Hey everyone, welcome back to Royal Sussex Squad. If you love facts, truth and setting the record straight when it comes to Prince Harry and Meghan, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into yet another moment that exposes the hypocrisy of the royal family. So, King Charles recently visited the Centre for Injury Studies at Imperial College London, where he had a friendly exchange with Dr. Dave Henson, a decorated British Army veteran, a former Invictus Games champion, and someone who has been a staunch supporter of Prince Harry. But what the headlines won't tell you is that this very same King Charles ignored his own son's invitation to the Invictus Games' 10th anniversary. That's right. While Charles is out here applauding veterans and speaking highly of service members, he couldn't even show up for the event created by his own son. The same son who has dedicated his life to helping wounded warriors. Let's get into this hypocrisy and why it's yet another slap in the face to Harry. But before we do, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the real story. And if you appreciate the work we do, don't forget to support the channel through super thanks. Now let's break it all down. So let's talk about King Charles' latest PR stunt. He visited a centre focused on supporting injured service members and had a polite conversation with Dr. Dave Henson, someone who not only competed in the Invictus Games, but also won multiple gold medals. And guess what? Henson has been one of the most vocal supporters of Harry's work with veterans. Charles was all smiles, asking about Henson's involvement in sports and praising his achievements, but let's not forget, where was this same enthusiasm when it came to actually showing up for Invictus? Let's be real, the Invictus Games have done more for injured service members worldwide than any single royal initiative in recent history. But instead of acknowledging that, Charles and the other royals pretend like the Invictus Games don't exist. And why? Because it's Harry's legacy, and anything Harry does successfully is a threat to their carefully controlled narrative. Now let's talk about what happened earlier this year. Prince Harry personally extended invitations to multiple members of the royal family, including his own father, for the Invictus Games' 10th anniversary service. And what happened? Silence. Not a single one of them showed up. Let's not forget, this is the same King Charles who made headlines when he invited Harry for a brief meeting in February 2024 after his cancer diagnosis. But since then, Harry's calls reportedly go unanswered. The same media that claimed a reunion was on the horizon is now conveniently ignoring the fact that the king continues to ice out his own son. So let's ask the obvious question. If Charles is so dedicated to honouring service members, why wouldn't he take a few hours to support the global movement started by his own son? And here's where the British media plays their usual role in covering up the truth. While they were quick to report on Charles's meeting with Dr. Dave Henson, they conveniently left out the fact that Henson has been a close ally of Harry's for years. In fact, when Henson won gold in 2016, who was the first to celebrate him? Prince Harry. When the Invictus Games expanded, who was on the front lines ensuring its growth? Prince Harry. And when the Games introduced winter sports for the first time in 2025, once again, Harry and Meghan were right there, supporting it. Yet, instead of highlighting Harry's leadership, the press constantly tries to undermine him. They'll never admit that the Invictus Games are a testament to Harry's hard work, commitment, and deep understanding of what wounded warriors actually need. Meanwhile, the same press that slams Harry for separating himself from the family conveniently ignores the fact that Charles and William are the ones shutting him out. Let's not forget that Meghan has been a huge supporter of the Invictus Games from day one. Unlike certain other royal wives who show up to events for the cameras, Meghan actually engages. She connects with the veterans, their families and the athletes in ways that feel personal and genuine. At the most recent Invictus Games in Canada, Meghan was front and centre, cheering on the competitors, speaking to families and highlighting the resilience of these heroes. And let's be honest, this is exactly why the British media despises her, because she's out here actually doing something meaningful. So, let's sum it up. King Charles can smile and shake hands with as many veterans as he wants. But his actions tell a different story. When it comes to genuinely supporting a cause that has changed thousands of lives, he is nowhere to be found. The Invictus Games are a global success because of Harry. Not because of the royal family, not because of the British monarchy, but because of one man's dedication to making a difference. And no amount of snubs or media spin will change that. The Invictus Games is more than just a sporting event. It's a movement that has transformed the lives of wounded, injured, and sick service members worldwide. When Prince Harry launched the first ever Invictus Games in 2014, he wasn't just creating a competition. He was creating a lifeline for veterans who had been wounded in the line of duty and were struggling to find purpose beyond their injuries. Unlike other royal-backed charities that exist more for PR and photo ops, the Invictus Games actually delivers tangible results. It provides a community of support, a sense of purpose, and a global platform where veterans are seen as warriors, not victims. The impact of these games is felt across nations, with over 500 competitors from 23 countries participating in the most recent edition. And what's remarkable is how many individual lives have been transformed because of it. Take the story of Mark Ormrod, a Royal Marine who became the UK's first triple amputee to survive the Afghanistan war. After struggling with severe depression and PTSD, he found a new purpose through Invictus. Competing in adaptive sports gave him a sense of belonging, and today he is not just a champion athlete but also a mentor for other injured veterans. Or look at Ivan Castro, a US Army veteran who was blinded in combat yet competed in cycling and running events at Invictus. He credits the Games for restoring his confidence and giving him a new mission in life to inspire others. These are just two of countless stories of veterans who have rebuilt their lives through the Invictus Games, a project that the royal family refuses to publicly acknowledge simply because it's Prince Harry's legacy. Now let's talk about why Harry is the perfect person to lead the Invictus Games, and why no other royal comes close. Harry actually served in the military, not in a ceremonial role, not in a fancy uniform for show, but on the front lines. He completed 2 tours in Afghanistan and saw firsthand the physical and emotional toll of war on soldiers. Unlike his brother Prince William, who had a desk job and never saw combat, Harry understands what it means to fight, sacrifice, and lose comrades in battle. At the end of the day, Invictus is bigger than Harry. It's a global force for change that has given hope to thousands. And yet, despite its overwhelming success, the royal family refuses to give it the recognition it deserves because it's proof that Harry doesn't need them to make an impact. This is exactly why the media works overtime to erase Harry's contributions, because his success exposes just how ineffective the rest of the royal family truly is when it comes to real service. So what do you think? Do you believe Charles' visit to the Veterans Centre was a genuine effort to support wounded warriors or just another PR move? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep getting the truth about Harry and Meghan, make sure to like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And if you want to support the channel, hit that super thanks button. We truly appreciate every bit of support. Until next time, stay informed, stay unapologetic and keep standing up for the truth. See you in the next one.